but you also now talk about the anxiety and the mental health struggles that you went through as a person, where we can say he has everything. He has fame, he's known, but you had struggles that you had to kind of face as you were going through the end of your career, figuring out your place.
100%. So yes, to your point, I had achieved some dreams, the game was over, but I didn't know what my identity was. But there was a moment that I was hanging out, and then I ended up walking home, and as I'm walking home, I see this homeless man. He's crossing the street, and a car almost hit this guy, and I'm still watching him, and as he's walking, I see his face in the street light, and on his face I see my face, and that hit me to my soul, because I've had friends that went through that journey. I mean, that was a real life thing for me. So that was the time that I had to figure out what it was all about. TJ wasn't working for me, so I started to go by Todd. I went on a 40-day water fast. I went and started to look at these inner demons that I had were just my own insecurities. It was because I was on this pedestal, I felt like I had to be this person to everybody else, and that wasn't giving me a chance to develop to who I was. So the minute I changed and started going by Todd, nobody knew who Todd was. Todd had no expectations. Todd had no flaws. Todd didn't have any success that caused my ego to think out of pocket. So that was a chance for me now to make mistakes and be okay. Okay, you messed up on this. You tried this business, and you haven't had any internships, you haven't had any experience. But it's okay if you mess up, because that's the path. We all mess up, we all struggle, we all have these situations. So once I started to change my identity and I looked at my inner self differently, outwardly, I was able to move with grace for my own self, which gave me a chance to grow, which gave me the chance to then merge the world and look back at my path and say, you know, you actually did accomplish some things. You actually reached some things that most people have never done. Now let's bring this guy back now. Let's bring this energy back, and now we can do it when we're whole, when we're healthy, rather than being hurt. Hurt people. And this guy was hurt because he felt like he didn't achieve the standard that he dreamed. All of a sudden now, we got to rebuild this thing. Otherwise, we're going to end up like a lot of my peers, and that's not my destiny. That's not what I want. So then you got to make some actions. You have to actually go inside and figure out who you are, what it's about, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough because you got all these rules and laws, whatever age you are, that somehow you've put your whole life into these things, rather than thinking you can design a new being and become something brand new and then flourish for everyone to see. And so that's been my process. And every single day, I have a chance to recreate who I am. I have a chance to put that on display, but I also have a chance to learn from the lessons, no different than losing in a game. Like, you lose, but what did you do wrong? Did they just beat you, or did you make some monumental mistakes, your own errors? And that's life to me. That's life in the business field. That's life as a husband, as a father, as a community leader. That's what it's all about. And it's okay to make mistakes. Yeah.